So what this is going to do is show you how revenue share does. Break it down. This is the part you gotta watch. It just blew me away. So we're not a franchise, we're a national company, and according to NAR, the National Association of Realtors, the average agent sells 6 homes a year. I've been talking about agents who sell 8 to 10. We're going to bring it back to agents who just sell 6 homes a year. What would happen? And according to NAR, the average sales price coast to coast is $275. The average commission is 2.5. Sadly enough, I know I get 3.5 on all my listings. Some of you get 3. You'll make more. Some of you are a higher sales price. You'll make. I'm like at 475. So, and I sell way more than 6, and I'm sure a bunch of you too. Again, it'll just be better. I'm dialing this back. I'm being conservative. So let's say the first year. Just play along with me here. How many agents could you personally introduce to eXp? Could you do 5? I'm going to give you a 5-year plan, kind of like a 401k for real estate and an exit strategy. Not that you have to exit real estate, but how would you like not to have to work as hard as you've been working for all these years? So could you introduce 5 this year, and could you do that each year for 5 years? If so, at the end of 5 years, you will have referred 25 people to eXp. And in my example, I'm going to say who average 6 sales a year at $275 at a 2.5 commission. And then how many people do you think those agents get introduced over the next 5 years? What if they did 1 a year for 5 years? That'd be 5 in a 5-year period. And then the agents stay till even less, 3 in a 5-year period. The agents stay till even less, 2 in a 5-year period. That's like 1 person every 2.5 years. I'm really kind of dialing this back. Because you told 25, 20 unlocks level 5. And 25 gets you to level 6. However, you do not get paid on level 7. You must refer 40. You only did 25, so you're not going to be paid on level 6. So what this calculator does is it shows you your annual income, not one-time income, but your annual income with eXp through revenue sharing once you complete the above picture. Now people are like, what was the above picture? You personally referred 25 agents to eXp. Now I did 12 in my first 2 weeks. This is not hard to do. But 25 people to eXp in the next 5 years who average 6 sales a year, and they tell some of their friends, you tell some of their friends, it kind of compounds and accumulates out. Okay, and I always ask people, what do you think it'll be? And they're like, well, I don't know, like 80,000 a year, 180,000 a year. I had one guy, he's kind of a math guy. He's, oh, no, it's going to compound. It's closer to 280, over $250,000. Well, here it is, and I promise you this is not broken. It's $2.1 million a year is your annual income 5 years from now with eXp revenue sharing once you complete the above picture, which is right here. What is this? Can you refer, if you want to make $2.1 million a year outside of sales, because now you're not just a salesperson, you're building a real estate company with eXp, with me, with the person who invited you here. So could you have 25 people? There's 2 million out there. Could you find 25 who average 6 sales a year, not a month, a year, at 275? Could you find those people? But then they tell some people who tell some people tell some people. I went and did 25 in 3.5 months. I already have people that have done 5, 10, 15, 20, 23, 24. We haven't even plugged in any of those kind of numbers here. Again, you did the lion's share of the work. Nobody did anything like this. And there's your income, $2.1 million a year. Now, I was showing this to a friend of mine. He's like, hey, could you change that to 15? I go, sure, why? He goes, well, I'm not as outgoing as you, but I think I could tell 3 people this year. And if I did that each year for 5 years, I could refer 15. He goes, I think this is more realistic for me. I'm like, okay. Well, you lose level 6 because it takes 25 to get level 6 revenue sharing. You lose level 5 because you have to refer 20. Referring 15 will just get you paid on 3 levels. He goes, yeah, show me that. This is more me. I think I could do this in 5 years. I'm like, okay, well, before I do that, you need to know it is nowhere near 2.1 million. And now this is a friend of mine. He's like, I knew it was too good to be true. I knew it. And I go, well, don't go crying in your beer because $655,000 a year is not bad. He's like, really? He's like, okay, I'm in. And he actually signed up, and he's with me today. So if you'd like to make $655,000 a year 5 years from now, you just need to refer 15 agents to eXp who average 6 sales a year. Then each of those will start to tell some people who tell us, and it compounds and accumulates out. I'll end with this. I shows to another friend up north, a farm town. He goes, "Can you drop it to 10?" I go, "Yeah, why?" He owned an independent brokerage. He had 14 agents that worked for him. They said all my agents, they average probably 6. And this is actually, sadly, probably what my agents do, sleepy little farm town. Because I think 10 of them will sign it. He's a kind of a cowboy. He's like a big barrel-chested guy. He goes, "I think 10 of them will sign up for that deal." He called it a deal. It's pretty funny. And he goes, and I could see them doing this. And he goes, "What would this earn me?" I go, "Well, you're going to lose level 4 because you didn't tell 15. You're only going to get paid on 2 levels." And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I could see that happening for sure." And he's a 35-year independent. He goes, what would that earn me? I got to be honest with you. I was nervous to hit the go button. I'm like, what, 30, 40,000 a year? I'd never done anything that low. Well, how's $250,000 a year? 251,000 a year. Talk about a 401k for real estate. Or you could just not try. Well, I'm just going to stay with my old company and sell my tail off. Really, that's why I left Keller Williams, because I knew in 5 years I'd be 56 years old. I'd be selling my tail off then just like I am now. I knew my future is predictable. So is yours.